Welcome to another exciting episode of the Court Report. We have some super exciting topics to cover today. We have a very special guest on the show, Mr. Ty Lawson. Then we'll be talking about the Nuggets in the mine shaft, then expanding to around the league where we'll do some half court headlines, and then finishing off things with our weekly tunnel talk. All this and more in the Court Report. Welcome to Ty Lawson, our special guest on the show today.
Yeah, man. Let's go.
What's up?
Hey, thank you so much for
Hey.
coming on. We're excited to have you today.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to be here, man. It's been a minute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, as a Nuggets legend, we got plenty of questions our fans here in Denver are going to be excited to find more out about you with. DC, why don't you get us started off? What do you want to know about Ty Lawson that we got him on the show? We're going to talk a little bit about his NBA career.
Yes, sir. We're gonna talk about it. Appreciate you coming on, man. We're really excited about this. But yeah, first off, I'll start off with an easy one because when you came in, you had a couple of big time guys on the team still. With Chauncey, with Carmelo. How did it feel when they left and then you kind of took over as the man, as the floor general? How was that feeling like?
Man, I was nervous. I told Masai, I was like, yo, you sure? Like, hold on. Like, he didn't even really tell me either. Like, he just like sprung it upon me one day. He's like, yeah, we're trading Melo and Chauncey. So I was kind of nervous at first, but I was putting in a lot of work, and then I was also just, watching Chauncey a lot and getting some game time reps. So I was ready for the moment.
Let's go. Yeah, I bet that was kind of a shock, though. Just one day, it's like, hey, everything's gonna be changed. Everything's gonna be different.
Him and George Karl just came and just said, "Yo, listen, it's your keys." I'm like, hold on, man, it's the NBA. Like, it's the NBA, but ended up working out.
Yeah. Well, you got to stay ready in the NBA.
That's
You
true.
never know when an injury is going to happen, a trade's going to happen. Like that can change everything overnight. We're seeing that with some of these Nuggets guys like Spencer Jones showing out.
That's
So
true.
and you took the reins well, Ty. You did well right off the bat. And what was one thing that you really liked about playing in Denver? What was something that you remember about your time here?
The most important thing was like the crowd. Everybody was just nice, and very about the team. Denver loves the sports, and they loved the Denver Nuggets back then. That was one thing I loved about it. And then also just that we was running up and down. We played a very fun style of basketball. It was all energetic, throwing lobs, and that's what I really liked about it.
Nice. Okay. Well, you had some characters on your team back in the day. Yeah, y'all had some real characters back in the day. Could you drop us a little line about who was the funniest? Was it like Nene? You had Fareed, you had Gallo. You had some characters on the team back in the day.
Surprisingly, the funniest was Aaron Aflalo, by far.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, Aaron's wild, man. He says the most He very sarcastic and he talk a lot of shit. So it was Aaron by far.
Okay. I don't know if I would expect that one.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that one either. That's a different one for me. Kind of branching off the teammate aspect of everything. What was a particular player when you were coming up in the league that maybe you reached out to or reached out to you and kind of just help formulate your eventual successful career?
I'd probably say a little bit in the beginning was Chris Paul. I worked out with him a little bit. And then after that, it was just, following what Chauncey was doing and everybody on the team. I really didn't, reach out to too many people, want to work out with people. I just like people that was in the system already. So I was more like that, but it's more Chauncey, Melo, just watching them, how they interacted and worked hard.
Nice. Okay. Well, I know you're still balling out there, but what's some of the, kind of those life, people understand that there's, basketball players, we go through a lot. We're on the road a lot. We're moving around a lot, different cities. What's something that, you kind of just took from that you learned from overall in your life that you could take away from basketball that you're still applying like today, that you could tell people, hey, this is what I learned. This is still what I apply to my everyday life every day.
I just say having a schedule. That was the first thing that, when I like stopped playing NBA and things like that, and I deviated from having a schedule. That's why I feel like, I just didn't know what I was doing in life. So now that I figured out, like, what my purpose is and what my schedule is, everything's been a lot better from working out to making sure like my business is in line, just things like that. Because when you just go on with the flow, a lot of bad things start happening.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of things can go through the cracks, and I'm a big fan of that story series that you've got going on right now, that Go to the Gym series that you do.
Yeah,
Because man, I
yeah.
swear you must have a camera into what I'm doing right now. You're like, "Nah, put down the candy bar, put down the processed food, like, go to the gym," and I'm like, dang, he's right."
He's right.
I need to get to the gym and work out.
Yo.
But, yeah, so speaking of food, what was there a particular restaurant or anything that you frequented when you were out here in Denver?
Is it Ocean Prime? What's that one that's right on the
Yeah,
corner?
Oh
yeah,
Ocean
yeah.
Ocean
Prime.
Yep.
Prime. Yeah, that's still a good one.
Oh yeah, that was a spot right after the game. We went straight there after the games. View House, that was our spot.
Oh,
Love View
yep.
House. Um, those are the main two spots. Other than that, like I had somebody that cooked for me for the most part, but those are the main two spots I went to. I went like a lot.
Yeah, nice, nice. Yeah, those are good choices for sure. I feel like nowadays it's more like STK. Was STK there
Yeah.
when you were there?
See, I went with TZ one time to STK when I just came into town, but when I was there, STK wasn't there, so I went like one time.
Oh, okay.
Dang.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
It's
Like
cool.
definitely. But
Market Street's way different than it was back in the day. Market Street used to be popping, and they had
Yeah,
all the places, all the bars, all the clubs, Sweet 200, all that kind of stuff. But all that's gone now.
Sweetie.
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody.
you had some nights at Sweet 200.
Yeah, Sweet 200, all that. I think it was like 24K, all the little spots.
Yep,
But yeah, people have been telling me that the whole Market Street is totally different. So I'm gonna be out there soon. So I'm gonna see everything that's going on out there.
definitely. And Denver's a big sports town, big party town. What's some of the wildest, outlandish things that fans have said to you while you were out here?
Like Outland, I mean, the fans are pretty much cool with me. Like they look, I
Okay.
never got like anything that was crazy or wild, especially in Denver. Nothing ever. I'll say that.
Okay. Okay.
that's
Okay.
good to hear.
That is good to
I am
hear.
glad to hear that. I don't recall any ever like big issues player to player or like player to fan in Denver, but you just
No.
never know, man. Like people just say some crazy stuff out there on the courts. Like they think that they can just say whatever they want to
Well,
people.
they think they're
Like
in
they're
the
not
game
people.
or they're
Yeah, it's
coaching.
like come on, man. You
Yeah.
gotta have some level of respect. Like fans today are just kind of losing their minds in that
I,
category. But
I think I was the man. I was for the people always. So I was always doing stuff. I was always in like what I'm saying. Like I wasn't like Hollywood. I was always in gym pop. I'm like with everybody. So I feel like
yeah,
I feel like everybody resonated with me because I wasn't like a bougie guy out there.
yeah,
Yeah.
Denver fans definitely resonate with that. I think that's why they like Aaron Gordon so much.
True.
Like big iconic moment for him after the championship. He walked home from the stadium to his
Yeah.
house.
In the uniform.
Just partying with people in the street. Like that was pretty cool. Like that's the kind of
That was
stuff
cool.
Yeah, that's how it
I
was.
know as a fan. I love to see that. But so Ty, for you, man, you had a long, successful NBA career. So what was like your peak NBA moment or experience? Like what is like the thing you look back on the most from your time in the NBA?
I was just saying my time with the Nuggets. That was probably the most the funnest time I really had playing basketball out there. About playing the NBA and probably just going to playing against the Lakers in the playoffs. Those were like some epic series, especially the game 7. I wish that we got over the hump. Then also, the Golden State series, even though that was the rise of Steph, I feel like if Gallo didn't get hurt, he tear his
Mm,
ACL, everybody got hurt. I think it would have been a whole
yeah.
different trajectory of how everything went. But that was a big series for us that that we didn't capitalize on. But it's just my time with Denver. It was fun. Those best memories.
Okay. I was looking at some highlights and I was wondering, when you're on a roll and you're feeling it, take us a little bit on your mindset when you're going through that 10 point 10, what was it? 10 3-point made game, the historic 10.3 3 points made. That's hard to say. 10 3
10
points made.
three-pointers.
There we go. 10 3-pointers made without missing one. Tell us, talk, a little bit about how you feel, how you're not really thinking, and how you're just playing through that moment and what that
Man,
feels like.
for real, you really just black out. I mean, I don't remember most of it. I mean, the first couple, I think, I'm like, all right, cool. But by the time the third quarter hit, man, I'm blacked out. I'm over here passing, running around, catching, and just slinging that thing up. So I mean, the basket looks just like an ocean. You know what I'm saying? So I think I blacked out. I don't really remember that moment, to be honest.
You're just in the zone
Yeah,
100% at that
Yeah,
100%.
point.
you just in the zone. Like nothing. You don't realize the crowd's there. It's feel like you just in the gym. You see a defender, and that's about it.
Wow. Wow. I'm sure that was a pretty incredible feeling. You had to have felt like you couldn't miss that night.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
But okay, so for you, gone through, played well, and then looking back on some of these young guys, do you have any particular message, especially with the landscape of the NBA kind of being different? Any message for these young guys trying to make it in the NBA? Like, what would be your biggest thing that you would recommend they implement?
I mean, most I've been talking. If you looked at my Instagram, I've been talking to small guards, man. You got. They're trying to take our jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
South Park boys, they got our jobs. But yeah, the small, the small guards, man. You gotta go. We gotta switch it up. You gotta play full court. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to shoot from deep because it's getting spooky out here for the 6'2" and under guards. Unless you have like a amazing ability, that you know what I mean. It's getting kind of tough. And then also just if you're in the NBA, you're almost about to be there. Just stay in the gym and go home and play video games on repeat. Anything else between, you don't need to do none of that. You can do that when you're done. Just hoop, video games, or find a hobby at home. Miles Turner, he out here building Legos. Go get a Lego set. All right, man.
I saw that. I
Yeah, he got
saw
a nice
that.
little collection too.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah. He's deep into it.
This is nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think we got time for one more question before we move on. DC, what do you got for Ty?
Man. Well, I would say, where, just saying where I see you out hooping still. Where can the people find you out hooping? Where can they come hoop with you? Tell us where they can find you at.
Well, right now I'm in LA. I'm actually gonna start like a 1v1 tour because I'm doing a lot of stuff with Balls Life and off the dribble. So we're trying to find new talent, to come on there. So I'm gonna be throwing one-on-one events. If you win it, we're gonna bring you on Ballers Life off the dribble, and you get your chance. You get your chance to beat one of the best. It could be Nesco, it could be Left Hand Dom, whoever it is, and yeah, you can get your chance to be on YouTube in one of the biggest series. So right now I'm doing
Wow.
it with I'm partnering with Ethica. Ethica is like, it's right down the street too. So I'm doing a big thing with them, fed the F up. So I'm be in their compound a lot. So yeah,
Okay.
just find me on
Nice.
Ty Lawson 3 on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. And holla at me. I answer. I answer back.
Let's go.
Hey,
That's
hey.
awesome.
Well,
That's
it sounds like
awesome.
you're gonna have to lace up your shoes again there,
Yeah, I'm down to
DC.
lace them back up. Hey, because you know what? Ty could tell you, there's a lot of hoopers out there that you don't see on TV, that you don't see. There's ones that go overseas that will put up buckets on you. That people think, oh, if you don't make it to the NBA, oh, you're not that good, or you're just not that good of a hooper. It's not like that, right? It's not like that at all. There's people out there that didn't really get chances that some people did get afforded. They didn't know, what was really going on. So, but there are hoopers out there.
Yeah, it's a different space now. You know what I'm saying? Like the YouTube space is actually getting big. A lot of people are actually more going towards that because it's actually real. You know what I'm saying? Like they ready to fight. They going in. So it's a different type of feel. But yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Okay. Last question. I gotta know. Outside of the NBA, who's been the hardest non-NBA player that you've played against? Because you do have a
That's
lot
a
of this
good question.
1v1 experience.
That's a
So
good question.
who would you say gave you the toughest matchup?
Darius Adams is pretty good. Nesco, he's pretty good. A lot of 1v1 players, they're really good, especially in that 1v1 space. They're different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, y'all come on over, watch the Ball's Life and off the dribble. Like it's really, they're different. They're good though.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
it's a totally different type of gameplay when you're going 1v1 and versus 5 versus 5. Like it's an entirely different atmosphere of
It is.
gameplay.
I would
I
like
ain't
to
gonna,
see them. I would like to see him do it for the All-Star game, though. I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah,
I
we were talking about implementing a 1v1 like king of the court style tournament for the best players or whoever, like a dunk contest type thing instead of the skills challenge.
I just don't. I think people want to see the stars. You feel me? And none of the stars are gonna play in it. You know what I mean? Kyrie
You don't
would,
think
but
they'd want to? You don't think they'd want to show off a little bit?
it's a level of embarrassment that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
1v1. So I don't. just being in the NBA, a lot of people don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
they're not doing
that's true.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
I
you
feel
got a
that.
lot to lose
I
there.
feel,
There can only
yeah,
be
that's
one
true.
winner.
You
Yeah,
don't be crossed over,
yeah.
on your knees.
Yeah. Well,
They're not
before we
doing
head
that.
into the Nuggets segment, Ty, I understand that you've got this new app out there called Lotto Wins. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, yeah, Lotto Wins is a free lottery app where basically you watch an ad instead of paying money to win cash. Right now we're doing a pick six for $250,000. If you get 6 out of 6, you win 250. 5 out of 6, you win 1,000. 4 out of 6, you win 100. Like I said, it's absolutely free. Like you go to the corner store and you buy a $5 lottery ticket and try to win. That's on you. On mine, you watch an app. You do it from. You watch an ad. You do it from your phone. You can do it as many times as you want. I come on live, pick the numbers, talk a little trash, and then yeah, if you win, you get paid in a couple days. Last week,
Wow.
I had my first big winner. It was two people that won 2,500 each, so they'll be getting paid out through insurance within the next 2 days. But yeah, I do it every day, and it's fun. And we're doing trips. I'm gonna do a Denver Nuggets sweet giveaway. I already talked to the Denver Nuggets. I'm gonna do it next month. Next week, I'm doing a UNC. Spend a day with Ty Lawson. I'm gonna fly you out. You can go to the game, museum. I'll get you some gear. So I'm just doing a bunch of different things, but it's absolutely free. I don't want no money from you. We're not FanDuel, not none of that. We're absolutely helping you with a lot of wins.
Yeah, well, that's pretty innovative, honestly. Like that sounds really cool. I don't really know any other places that are giving away those types of prizes
No,
for watching ad space. Like that's pretty freaking awesome.
that's awesome. That's a
Yeah.
real deal. I'm gonna have to go get on it myself.
I love that. I love that. But now it's time for us to dive into the mine shaft. We're going to talk about some Nuggets. They've been doing pretty well lately. They've definitely started to figure out the kinks here and there, and just had a big win over the Rockets. DC and I were actually at the game,
Yeah.
doing some coverage for a different outlet. But DC, I mean, what were your thoughts on this most recent game? Like Jokic looked like MVP, Murray looked like an all-star. I mean, it was a pretty complete game.
Yeah, the two top dogs look like they're locked in. They know what they're doing. They know what their role is, and understanding that the rotation's a little short right now. We talked about Adelman maybe needing to go to the bench a little bit more, but then when the bench gets hurt or they're playing the way that they were playing last game, it kind of keeps that rotation short. So I like that they won. I like the resilience that they won. I like that they kept their foot on the gas down the stretch. Obviously, Jokic was the man down the stretch again, and then Jamal comes in and hits a lot of crucial shots into the overtime period. So I like what I saw there. I like what I saw from Spencer as well. We talked about him early in the season, but he stepped up. And for a young player like that to hit those kind of big threes down the stretch is going to be huge for his confidence going on throughout the rest of the year. So I like what I'm seeing, but they got to get healthy. If they keep winning games, though, they'll be all right. But they need to tighten up a little bit on the defense end.
Yeah, I'd like to see the score be a bigger margin for some of these teams. They had a great win over the Kings this past week, but for you, I mean, how much of a toll does it take, especially mid-game, when one of the other players come down or they get injured or they can't finish the game and you have to fill in on those minutes? Like, what kind of effect does that have on a player in game?
I think it's a big effect because normally, like, players, they know exactly when they're going to play, if they're not going to play and stuff like that. But if somebody gets injured, then it's like, oh man, the whole dynamic switches, from this person had to be more aggressive on the starting unit, or that's getting minutes. And the person that's coming in might be a little nervous. You never know. Might not have been working on the game. If they are ready, then they got to step in and be ready to, perform under the bright lights.
Yeah, and it's a big ask. And
It's
I
a
mean,
big ask.
we definitely saw it from the Nuggets starting unit. They're used to having to play those extended minutes, but like you mentioned, Spencer Jones with some really timely baskets. He hit some really important three-pointers down the stretch. The only thing I didn't like, and we had commented on this during the game, was some of the officiating. In the 2-minute report came out, and they did say that 3 calls were in favor of the Nuggets that were miscalled or not called. 2 of the missed calls and then 1 not called. So, I mean, what are your thoughts, DC? Like, that's kind of tough. I never like to blame referees, but you want to see a pure basketball game get played.
Yeah, I mean, you just, as a player like you're never going to blame the refs for the loss. Obviously, we talked about them. I even saw a clip of Puka Nacua recently saying how much they want more TV time themselves.
There's a ref, Hollywood.
Yeah,
there's a guy called Hollywood.
Yeah, and I just don't want them to make the game or make the decision about the game so late in the game and change the outcome. That's the only thing. Yeah, you're not going to get every call right. Like, I don't expect them to get every call right. And I don't really like this, like, coming out after the game, oh, we got the call wrong, but we're not going to change it. I don't know. It doesn't really help. It doesn't really make me feel better. But I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about it?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, like, like you said, you can't expect refs to always make the right call.
Yeah.
I felt like some of them were relatively sensitive, kind of for both sides, but obviously played out for the Nuggets' favor more so. But it's just hard. It's part of the game at the end of the day. But Ty, for you, like, was there ever a time like that the time, not the timeouts, but the foul calls or anything kind of affected the way the end of the game did, maybe in a way that you didn't like, or it worked out for you?
Yeah, it goes both ways, to be honest. With the game y'all are talking about from last night, I think it's a shift in refs. There's younger refs coming into the league, so I just think that they're not as experienced. So I think that's one of the games where it showed the experience of the refs. But me personally, yeah, you can tell when it's. I mean, honestly, if I'm gonna be really honest, like I remember there was one time. You remember when Dwight, Kobe, and Nash was on the same team, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And they weren't about to make the playoffs, right?
Yeah, yeah, I remember how that team
Yeah.
Do you
did.
remember
Yeah,
the game in Denver when we played them?
yeah, I watched
It
that
was
game.
Yeah.
ridiculous. I was like, yo,
It-
there's no way you're calling all these calls. Kobe got everything. But there's certain
Everything.
games in the NBA season where stuff like that happens. You know what I'm saying? Or just like it could be a younger officiating crew, but you just gotta fight through it, to be honest. It happens to everybody. It's not just happening to one side. So it's just one of them games.
Yeah, and I agree with that. Like, what are you gonna do? Complain more in game, and that's gonna make a difference. I mean, we saw the Rockets coach Ime come
he
out.
almost
That didn't help him.
No, it didn't help him.
It did
He
not
almost
help
got
the
tossed.
Well,
situation. So
he got a big fine coming. So it's
yeah.
not helping.
yeah.
It's not
Well,
helping
he
in
said
no
they
way.
made the wrong call, and they did. So it's like, do you fine him for saying the correct thing?
They do it all the time. So
Yeah, that's true. And he
do
was
it
mad
all
too.
the
It wasn't like
time.
he was being respectful.
Oh no,
he was
let him
pretty
have
upset.
it. He let him have it.
Yeah, he was like at half court. I remember that.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he was in a ref's face.
And that's
That
not
was
the first
Oh,
time that he's done that though.
the
he's
funny
hot. He gets heated.
the funniest one was when Pat Bev grabbed that camera and showed the ref like, "Yo, you was
Oh
wrong."
yeah.
And they
I
still
do love that. Man, Pat Bev. He's in that same Michael Beasley, Lance Stevenson type category when it comes to that type of stuff, man. It kills me every time. He's always
That
doing
was a
something
good
crazy.
one though. That's got to go down in the
I mean, he's right
history
though.
of
It's
ref
like he's right.
interactions,
Like
bro.
He's
you may
right.
not like how he went about it, but he's just trying to show you that you're wrong.
Yeah,
Even though you have a camera right there that you
right
can
there
look
on
at.
the table that you were watching.
Yeah. It's crazy how sometimes they side those things. But like you said, it does go both ways. Like, definitely when we play other teams, sometimes the Nuggets don't get the right calls. Sometimes the other team doesn't get right calls. You just got to stay
Yeah.
focused on the game at hand and do what you can, because the refs aren't about to reverse their decision. The only time I ever saw that was Michael Jordan getting that reversal.
Yeah, that's true.
That was the craziest thing
That was
I've
probably
ever
the only
seen.
time I seen
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
A
I
couple
believe
other
you,
ones.
Michael. Like, what? You can't say that as a
No,
referee. But man, these Nuggets are rolling right now. I've been really satisfied with how they're playing. Thankfully, we saw Adelman during the post game. Sounds like Peyton Watson, even though he went out early, he sounds like he's going to be okay with just kind of a knee knocker or something like that with a little bit of bone bruising, but may miss a game or two, but doesn't sound too serious. So thankfully he's coming back. And then Aaron Gordon, Christian Brown, they've been missed, but the Nuggets haven't really felt that a whole lot. They were a little bumpy at first, but they've got it together. Second in the West without two key contributors on the defensive end and the offensive end. Like, it's been super impressive to watch. What do you feel like is the biggest reason for that success outside of the obvious Jokic and Murray answer?
Yeah, I think the team is a resilient team right now, and I think that the players that they went and got Cam Johnson, they went and got Hardaway. They have a good sense of what they're supposed to do and their roles on the team, and then you got a guy like Valanciunas that can come in and take some kind of that weight and that tiredness off of Jokic on defense and take the other guys, the other team's big man. So I think having those guys come in and understanding their role and understanding what they need to do from a night in, night out basis. And every now and then they'll have we saw a couple 20-point games from all three of them throughout this season so far. Will we get that continuing on? I think we will. And I think that'll propel us to, being the top four in the playoffs. But when you got the two guys averaging 30, you know, they're gonna keep their thumb on the pulse.
What
right
else
there.
do you have to do at that point?
You just got to make sure you're playing defense and not giving up points.
Yeah.
But I think it's hard when they play a lot of that 2-3 zone. I think it's hard to stop players in the NBA because they know how to work around a zone like that.
Yeah, especially from a player's perspective, when you know what to expect from a reaction perspective, like, oh, if I get in front of this guy, I know Val's going to come up and guard me, which leaves this guy open. They know that ahead of time. So just being able to adjust on the fly, I think, has been key for them. And we've seen their defense get stepped up. They did a pretty good job against Kevin Durant. Şengün, not so much, but still bothered him enough to get
Spencer
the win.
Jones was chasing, though. He was chasing, and that's what we wanted to. That's what we wanted to see. We wanted to see a little more man, or a 3-1, 3-2, 4-1, where it's just chase. And when they go all 5 out, it's a little bit easier for them to do that.
Yeah, and then Ty, for you, have you noticed anything about their rotations this season, or just with how they played or their play style, that has contributed to them being such a high caliber team this year?
Y'all just have a high IQ team. It's pretty much plug and play. You feel me? Like Jokic's gonna make the right play, Jamal Murray's gonna make the right play, and he's also healthy this year. And it looked like he lost a lot of weight, or he just came in and I don't know, it's something. He looked different.
He looked different for sure. I was up next to him at media day, and him and I are we're the same build and the same height. He's obviously in better shape than me, but he at media day this year, I was like, oh dang, like he's in way better shape this season. I noticed that right away.
Yeah, you can tell. And then, like you said, y'all brought in great players, to play off the bench. Tim Hardaway, Cam Johnson. They knock down shooters. For the most part, if the Nuggets are knocking down shots on the offensive end, I mean, it would be pretty tough to beat. And Valanciunas, like, he was a huge pickup. I don't know whoever in the front office was like, yo, let's get him, but that was one of the smartest things. So Jokic didn't have to do so much on the defensive end and offensive end. Takes a little load off. So I feel like he's feeling better this year too. So I mean, I like what y'all doing over there so far, especially y'all second in the West right now.
Yeah.
And y'all took KC to Game 7 last year, and that was still kind of y'all had chances, so it's like, anything can happen this year for sure.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, we saw the weakness with the Thunder against the Spurs. Like, they're not unbeatable. Like,
No.
they can be beaten. And the Nuggets front office, huge shout out to their new co-GM squad, Ben Tenzier, being one of them. It's just been super impressive to watch. Ty, like you called out with Valanciunas, like that was a brilliant trade that they were able to make. Valanciunas, $10 million a year. We traded him for Sarch at $5 million a year, and then made up the cap space. Like, the Kings were kind of crazy to do that. I know they were trying to get Schroeder on the team, but that was a really, really well-crafted trade for them to pull that off.
Yeah, no, that was a huge move. But it does take a whole team to get in position like this. And Ty, you could probably attest, what is it, what it looks like when you have the front office and the team and the coaching staff all in line and have one vision, right?
Yeah, it makes it all the way better. I mean, like, there's some organizations where, you got the coaches, the players, the front staff, and, you know what I'm saying, they're all on a different page. And I mean, I would say the Kings. That was the wildest. That was the wildest. There was 4 different, like, GMs. I'm like, oh, who is the head dog? Who am I talking to? Is it Vladdy? Is it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't know what was going on. So the fact that y'all have everybody on the same page, I know it makes everything easier, and it's smoother.
Yeah. And it's been night and day since Stan Kroenke decided to move on from, unfortunately, Mike Malone. I'm still on the fence about how I feel about that. But then Calvin Booth, it was just bleeding in the locker room. It was making everyone stay separated, like you're talking about, Ty. And it's just clear. It's clearly paid off. It's worked well so far. As sad as I am to say it, you never like to see those situations arise, but at least something was done to make sure that we're capitalizing on Jokic's prime. Because right now, I mean, the argument I really wanted to talk about today was, is Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic the best duo in the NBA? I mean, last year, I think, hey, top 10 for sure. This year, I think they are legitimately combined the best 2 players on the court from any team. I really can't think of another duo that equals what they're able to output, especially now that Murray's playing at a true all-star level, 25 points per game, 4.5 rebounds per game, and close to 7 assists now this season too. I mean, there's no question. And then you add in 44% from 3. That's incredible. I mean, he's just playing out of his mind right now. And then obviously Jokic, being the MVP that he is, playing the way that he is at a triple-double, a 30-point triple-double, also incredible. So just to see them work together so well on the court has just been amazing. I mean, what do you all think? Who do you think there is a duo that's better? I mean, Ty, you probably have better insight on this than anybody, but is anyone rivaling this duo right now?
I would say this: if you have Aaron Gordon on the baseline, you got two shooters on the outside, in the corners, there would be no, there's no better duo because you got to pick your poison with Jamal or Jokic. You give it back, you switch it. Jokic got the post up, Murray got the 1-on-1. Like it's just a whole matchup problem. It doesn't matter what you do with it. So and they're knocking down shots, and then Aaron's like just floating around the bottom for the lob. Yeah, yeah, they're the best duo in basketball right now.
Dang, yeah. I mean, you make a great point. I don't see how with AG on the baseline, there's no better duo. So I would agree. I mean, you got a couple guys out in LA, you got a couple guys up east, but no, I don't think that they are as a duo better than those two right now because Jamal's playing out of his mind.
Yeah, I mean, when they get that triangle offense going where Aaron Gordon's incorporated, and the nice thing about that too is they surrounded themselves with such good complementary shooters and cutters that even if it's not Aaron Gordon, it's Spencer Jones. Even if it's Spencer Jones, it's not Spencer Jones. It can be literally anybody on their roster, which is why the Nuggets are such a deadly team at the moment. And then you add in the fact that Murray's increasing his points per game every single day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been incredible to watch, and him shooting at 50 from the field goal and 44 from three-pointer, and then we have 5 other players in the 40% from three category. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that when it comes to the offensive end of the floor.
No, you can't.
And I would say one more thing, like even like they're the scariest duo in the last like 3 minutes of the game. You know what I'm saying? 2 minutes of the game. That 1-5 pick and roll, and you gotta figure out what to do right there. They've been doing it for years. And if you just look at the last in the playoffs, that's the nastiest duo that in late game situation is hard to guard.
Yeah, because what are you going to do? Like you mentioned, if you double team them while you're giving an open three to a reliable 3-point shooter, you can't afford to do that. And so it's just such a hard thing to approach. And them having the advantage of playing their whole career together has clearly worked out well for them. And they even mentioned potentially this year at a media day, they talked about trying to communicate on the floor more.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still always looking to improve their relationship and their chemistry on the court. And that's just attributing so well to the success, the locker room vibe. You can just tell everything is running the way it should be. It's smooth. Everyone's on the same page, like we mentioned earlier. It's just it's beautiful basketball to watch. I mean, it really is.
It is. It is. It looks easy. It looks very easy for them to go out and they know when they need to make a play. And we talked about even Jokic getting the ball at the end of the game, knowing when he makes those timely threes. I think that's something that goes underrated in basketball is having those timely buckets that kind of demoralize the other team. And I feel like Jokic does a really good job at the end of the game, making sure he comes up top, grabs the ball, and either makes the right pass or he'll hit a dagger three. And you're just like, we're going to lose this one.
Yeah. What's that energy like when either you or the other team will hit one of those timely big time shots and you can just feel the air either get really loud or it just goes out of the stadium? Is there something that you could reference from your career that was similar to that?
Just just the same thing. Like especially like if you're like us on the road, I love doing that on the road. Like we got a timely three, or I came down, just kicked it out to like Aaron Aflalo, and he knocked down that three. You could just hear everybody go, "Oh!" Like you just know you took everything out of him. Now you talking your trash, you running around like you ain't like that's like one of the best feelings in sports. I promise you it is because I mean you're in their territory and you just hear them just like they know it's over. That's the best feeling.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can just feel the whole energy shift when a shot like that happens. It just goes quiet and you can hear a pin drop and it's like, well, they just lost. Like you can tell. And as we expand out to the rest of the league, I mean, I think the only team that does have the potential to slow the Nuggets down is the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I just want to know like your all's thoughts on who can stop these guys. I mean, granted, we just saw the Spurs take them down, but in a 7-game series, I mean, they've only lost 2 games all year. I mean, who's a real threat to the OKC Thunder at the moment?
Yeah. What do you think, Ty? What do you think?
The real threat, I would say right now, of course, y'all, the Houston Rockets, they're pretty good. Once they still got things to tweak, and then The Spurs, I mean, they just have with Wemby being on the court, it's just a whole game changer. And the young players are playing, better. They're playing more mature, especially the rookie Harper. He's playing way more mature than he should be playing right now. The way I see he should be playing is mature. I'm like, yo, this is kind of crazy. But he's playing like a 5-year vet. But
Yeah,
y'all three are the three teams that have a threat to the Thunder. Everybody else, I think, is pretty much a wrap. It's a 4-team race for the Western Conference. For the Western Conference. So, yeah, this is y'all four. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with that list, but I gotta at least throw one East team out there. I think that the Pistons, they look pretty good too. I mean, they've got the second best record in the NBA right now.
they do.
I mean, I don't know. They haven't faced a team like the Thunder. That's a really tough one, but I think if anyone out East is gonna do it, it's gonna be the Pistons.
Yeah, I mean,
Ah,
we'll see, we'll see, we'll see what you think.
I like the Pistons. I love them, but really haven't done that in the playoffs. That's a whole different type of, atmosphere. I think maturity of other teams is going to overtake the Pistons in the playoffs. They're going to get pretty deep in the playoffs this year, but I don't think they're going to be able to have a chance to even get at, Oklahoma City this year. But next year, they're going to be a problem for sure.
Yeah, I can definitely see what you're saying for sure. Like we saw that kind of in the earlier years of the Thunder before they started to get that more playoff experience. So, Ty, for you, what would you say is kind of the biggest switch from regular season to playoffs? Like, what's that big
Yeah,
thing you really got to look out for when you're approaching it as a vet?
It's just a regular season. Like you have so many games where you can't, just lock in on what people don't like to do. When playoffs come, you get a book this big, right? You know what I'm saying? Like of every player, like what they like to do. They like to go this left 45%. They shoot 38% going right. So you know exactly what they want to do. And first game, you might get off one game, but that second game, oh yeah, we switching it up. That third game, we switching it up. And I just don't know if the Pistons are ready for that yet. You know what I'm saying? Especially like when they get
mhm,
down to the Eastern Conference Finals or even the semis, I don't think they'll be able to switch it up just yet. That's the only part. Talent wise, they're great, but they still got a lot of young guys that I don't know if they'll be able to switch that up, too
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, I don't think enough
yeah,
people understand just how much goes into the
scouting.
analytics and just
Yeah,
the knowledge and the prep and the film work. Like,
that
there's
scouting
so
report.
much that happens behind the scenes. Like, majority of what happens in NBA organization, we never know about. We never see it as fans. So, just knowing that these guys prepare this much, like that is why it's such a big difference when it comes to playoff time because fans just don't get how much really goes into it. They think that they're just walking in with the same playbook. It's like, nope, we're walking in with, like you said, a whole stack just for this one team for
Yep.
just these plays that we're running against just these guys. And if they switch it this way, we switch it this way. And like, it's
Yeah.
no joke. I mean,
Oh
I don't
no,
think the average fan understands.
no, not at all. And I think
No.
also, and Ty can speak to this. Like I said this earlier in the year, there's only been less than 6,000 people that have ever played in the NBA ever at
Mm.
all. Like these guys are smart, they're talented, they're athletic, and when you come in, you got to be able to get prepared. And their scouting departments are serious about that, right? Like so, Ty, you could probably speak to him more, but there's a lot of people there's a lot of systems and players and types of players that have kind of just been in that league, and they played each other in AAU, college, coming up. So you kind of know you learn people's tendencies. You probably speak to that a little bit more.
Yeah, you learn them quick, and then like you said, the scouting report. I mean, the scouting department. Now it's like I know when I played right after the game, say we play Sacramento, we're going to Chicago next to go play them. I got an iPad with, the point guard, what he likes to do on it. So I watch it on the plane, make sure, I know what he likes to do or not. But in the playoffs, it's like you have everything. I even know, like, for my scouting report, it was like Ty does not like to go left off of pick and rolls. And if he does, he's going all the way to the basket. So the first game, if you notice the first two games against the Lakers, I played horrible, but then I looked at what they was doing to me. I had to fly out my shooting coach and everything for like them 2 days, and we literally worked on coming off and shooting the ball from the elbow or coming off from left to shoot. And then if you notice the next game, I think I had like 30 and three quarters because I knew what they was going to do.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I started working on stuff like that. But yeah, you just gotta be a little bit smarter. Like I knew what they wanted to do, and I knew what they're gonna switch up to. So that's a big thing with the playoffs. You got to be one step ahead of each other. It's always like just like chess. It's like chess.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there is a ton of strategy that goes into this stuff. And it's cool to get more of that player insight on everything because, again, just the fans don't understand. Like, they just see, oh, Ty had a bad game. Like, they weren't ready or whatever. But then it's like, nah, he's just adjusting and working through what they saw. So now he needs to counter that move. And it is cool to watch that go back and forth. And I think the NBA is in a good place right now with more players who are committed to putting in that work. And it's a fun thing to watch. Last year's playoff series, specifically in the West, and then the finals, and the Pacers even. I mean, the Pacers had an amazing run. Shout out them. But
the Knicks, the Knicks just won the cup.
Yeah, it says championship in big bold letters on everything. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, how do you feel about the cup?
I ain't gonna lie, the cup is exciting. You know what I'm saying?
You like it?
I thought it was. I like it.
Yeah. DC likes it too. But what do you like about it?
I just like how everybody. You can tell everybody the level of basketball, like the people are playing, they're playing is higher. They want to win that bread, man. Listen, especially in Vegas. Did you see those games in Vegas? They were crazy. I'm like, yo, this is good basketball. You know what I'm saying? The regular season, I literally can, sometimes I can't even get through a lot of games. I'm like, I'm just going to YouTube, look at what's going on. But those games, I watched every minute of those. That was good basketball.
I love to hear that. And, we didn't necessarily talk down about the cup. It was more just kind of trying to figure out the vibe. Well, at least I did. Okay. Now I talked down about it, but I have to admit, I might've been a little bit wrong. Cause I do agree. Like, that Thunder Spurs game was great. It was a great exciting set of basketball. It was fun to watch those two go at it. And like Wemby coming off the bench, it's just a cool story. And then them just playing it out for the money. Like the Knicks and the Spurs were going at it. Like that was a fun game to watch.
Yeah, they was playing hard. Everybody's playing defense. You could tell, Wemby's grabbing missed free throws, yelling in the lane. I'm like, yeah, he want to win this. He want to win this. So,
Who's the guard from the Knicks? The one that he bought the whips. He bought his parents the whips. He was playing for the car, man.
Brunson or
nah,
it's Brunson.
He would already had that money.
I think he was the white dude. I forgot his name.
DiVincenzo.
No.
He's on the Timberwolves now.
He's on the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
It's like a backup point guard. He's not making too much money, and he's like, man, if I win this, I'm gonna buy my dad a new car. And they were talking about,
I gotta see that.
Oh,
they're talking about all through it. And he was like, yeah, I'm buying him a car. So he was dumb hype. You see him diving on the floor and everything.
Wow. And that's what makes it even more fun.
Yeah, that's what you want to see.
Yeah, that's one thing we talked about was like these guys on minimum contract or rookie deals. Like, this is a lot of money to them. Like, yeah, maybe not a superstar, like making big time NBA money, but these like entry level guys, these guys on vet contracts, like that's a good amount of their salary coming back to them, and especially in Vegas. I don't know how their habits are, but
you win a lot of places to spend in Vegas.
Yeah, you win a big old bag in Vegas. You got a lot of ways to have fun out there.
Yeah, I think his name was Tyler Kolick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see that story. That's cool though. I love that. Immediately thinking about mom and dad. That's cool. What a guy. All right. Well, as we kind of cool things off here with Around the League before we move into our final segment, I got one last question. I got to know your opinion on this, Ty. It's the Rookie of the Year race. I mean, is it over? Is it too early to call it for Cooper Flagg? I mean, he just dropped 42 points, highest amount of points ever by an 18-year-old. Like,
I know he's a Dookie, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how he feels about that.
But Ty, I got to know. I mean, who's really impressed you this year? I mean, Cooper Flagg, having a good season, but is it just him so far, or who else do you think's involved?
Cooper Flagg's he's been impressive, but I mean he's been so hyped. So I was like, it's cool.
Right.
The guy from Philly, what's his name?
VJ Edgecombe.
Edgecombe. He started off hot early. I like him. And Nipple, another Duke guy. Knuppel. Yeah. I like Knipple a lot. All right. He's good. He's going to be.
He's hooping.
Good. No,
he's hardcore. He kind of reminds me of Clay a little bit. He's kind of got that Clay vibe. I don't know. Something about him.
I didn't think he's going to be this good, or like he looks very polished. You feel me? Like I like him.
He looks ready to lead the Hornets. I mean, LaMelo's been in and out. Like, they need somebody to step up on that team. They've been struggling. I mean, Mark Williams is doing all right. Like, their best guys are kind of all right. And so he's done a really good job with them and making
Yes.
sure they're still competitive to a certain degree.
Man, he brings that. You can just tell he has that it factor. It's like, yo, he's a leader. He stands out even as a rookie. I'm like, yeah, he's it. He's it.
All right. Well, what do you
Yeah.
think, DC? Who's your favorite so far for that Rookie of the Year race?
Well, I actually do like Knuppel too, because we were talking about him earlier in the year. But I think Flag, because of everything that's going on in the team too, he's gonna really have to keep stepping it up. If he can keep playing the way he's playing, I think he's gonna run away with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to give it to him. I mean, he literally has to
But
be
we'll see.
majority of that team. I mean, Anthony Davis coming back kind of changed the dynamic, but obviously not enough for him to not drop 42. If anything, it's just pulling the defense off of him more. So I really like Derek Queen. I actually really like Derek Queen off the Pelicans. That's a team that's going through a really rough patch.
Yeah, they are.
They just can't find an identity. I don't really know what they got going on, but Derek Queen is at least out there balling. Kind of like a Jokic vibe. He's throwing some crazy passes out there.
He is. I've been impressed by him. So it'll be a close race. I think it'll really come down to how the teams kind of pan out through the rest of the year. But it's even right now. I think it's pretty even.
Yeah, it's still up for debate.
Listen, at the end of the day, Cooper Flag's going to win it, man. I'm not sugarcoating nothing.
Yeah,
Cooper Flag
well, I don't disagree with that.
100%. All right?
Yeah,
but there are other rookies in this class that's actually playing very, very, very well.
Yeah, it's been a fun rookie class for sure. I've been excited about a lot of guys who came out of this class, but I agree with you, Ty. I mean, at the end of the day, we all know what happened with the Mavericks and the Lakers. We all know, like, there's a big narrative behind that.
There's
so
a conspiracy.
Yeah, I don't know how conspiracy it is. I think it's kind of like right in our face, but like I think that's what I'm
away from that one. I'm staying away from it.
Yeah. Adam Silver, if you're listening, just turn this off. Go ahead and hop off the call, please. Well, that is all the time we got for Ty today. Thank you so much for jumping on the show, Ty. And one more time, where can everybody find you at?
Yes, sir.
You can find me at Ty Lawson 3 on Instagram. That's where I mostly be at, and Twitter, Ty Lawson 3. And then if you want to download the app Lotto Wins and maybe win some free cheese or free tickets or whatever we feel like doing, just download on the App Store or Android Store. And yeah, just watch it ad. It might change your life.
Yeah. Thank you again so much, Ty. Definitely go check out Lotto Wins, guys. It's a pretty awesome app. All you got to do is watch an ad for your chance to win some pretty amazing real life prizes. So be sure to check that out. Check out Ty Lawson. Thank you again, Ty. Loved having you on the show. Can't wait to bring you on again, sir.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all. I'll be back when I do the Denver Nuggets sweet giveaway. So, yep.
Okay.
Y'all.
Yeah, we'll bring you out to the studio.
Oh yeah. I'm in there.
All right. Yeah, we'll get you on live.
All right. Later, guys.
All right, man. Take care.
Peace.
All right. Well, now we are moving into our Tunnel Talk segment for this week. So we got some cool, exciting stuff to talk about here. Every week, DC, you manage to just find some fits that just like, I don't know. Some of them are so close to being good, and some of them are so far away from being any good. Like,
yeah, there's a few today that I'm curious to see what you're gonna say about them, because, I picked some that a couple I like, a couple of little questionable.
All right. Well, what do you got for me first? What am I gonna see here? I'm already anxious about
these. Let's go with our friend of the show, Jordan Clarkson.
Jordan. Oh man, we got the Louis V.
I think it's Chrome Hearts. It's a Chrome Hearts.
Chrome Hearts.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Shirt. I actually like the shirt. I really like the shirt. Again, with the leather pants. It's like the leather pants.
That's 3 weeks at least.
And the chain wallet, is that making a comeback too?
I guess. I've
seen it more than once. This is like a few times now.
It's kind of like a baggy pants, kind of like a biker, like a baggy biker.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, and then the shades too, kind of more like biker shades, going away from the aviators, the big shades that were pretty popular here.
That's right.
4 or 5 years ago.
That's right. So, but I think I prefer the baggy pants over the big ones.
Yeah.
Sorry, the baggy pants over the tight ones.
The tight ones?
Over the tight ones.
I like a good mix. Just wear jeans that fit. Like
I'm fine with,
they don't need to be skin tight, but if they just hug your legs a little, I'm okay with that. I don't prefer parachute pants, which is kind of where we're headed. It's almost like those Janko jeans.
Yeah.
You remember the Janko jeans?
Yeah.
Those look like leather Janko jeans, especially with the chain wallet.
You're right. They're cut like a Janko jean, but they're a leather cut, and I like the top a lot, actually.
I like it a lot.
I like the top a lot. I like the top a lot.
It's like a nice suede material.
He doesn't have a
almost.
purse in his hand this week, so that's good.
No purse.
But
wired headphones.
Wired headphones. You know, they say it's good for you too. So I don't know, but I'm a wireless guy. So, but no, I like this look today. I like this one.
Yeah, I would say this is a passable fit because I can get past the baggy pants. And That's really the biggest problem. I've gotten over the leather pants thing. Not my choice, but not exactly a fashion no, just because it works with this outfit. You know, I wouldn't wear leather pants, but
it's gonna be a 7 out of 10.
It looks all right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd probably go like a 6.5 because I like the shirt a lot.
Okay,
and he's a good color scheme on. Like the shoes don't look crazy. Like that's a pretty good fit from what we usually see in the tunnel top.
I got you there, but what about this one? Toronto Raptors.
I mean, okay, so it kind of looks like he's got like underwear on underneath. Like it kind of looks like he was in a hurry and he had to throw on like a bathrobe because it's like a long dress shirt. If I'm not mistaken, is it like a long trench coat style dress shirt or is it a little shorter?
It looks like it's kind of like
it's like a jacket.
Yeah, it's like a jacket. It's like a varsity jacket.
Okay,
with the t-shirt, and then you got the cheetah pants.
The cheetah pants is really where the violation begins for me because that's immediately what I look at.
I thought that's what you'd say.
And I don't care. Fashion definitely has a place for cheetah prints, but no, absolutely not. Horrible violation. I think you could make it work
with the white socks.
Not these pants specifically. I think you could figure out a fit for cheetah print, but he did not figure it out. This is not figured out. This is a very lazy, sloppy, what have I not worn this week type fit. And the boots not being tied and them kind of being like hanging like it looks like he just threw everything on. It looks like he was sleeping in the cheetah print in the shirt and just was like, oh crap, I gotta go to the game. I'm running late. Yeah.
You know, I don't know about the white socks with the black Tims. I don't know about that for me, but it does even out the color. So, you know, I don't say the color scheme's wrong, but those shorts,
it's not it.
I don't know about that.
It's not it.
I don't know about that.
It's the shorts and a lot of other things. It's not the colors. The colors is not the issue here.
And the purse isn't helping.
We got the purse too. I mean, it matches the cheetah print though. It's a good compliment to the cheetah print.
It's something.
Yeah, it's something.
It's
sure. Not it.
I don't know about this one for me.
This one's a not it. Stamping that. Not it. Do not wear this again.
Well, who we got next year? Oh, we got a little Şengün action.
Oh, Şengün
before the loss to the Nuggets.
Turkish nightmare.
Yes,
that could also be referred to as fit. No, actually, I kind of like this fit. The pants give me like old mafia vibes, kind of like those dress pants.
Yeah, they kind of look like a 1930s wool line,
like a really heavy material.
Yeah,
again, the bagginess. Whatever.
He's going to war.
I'm just getting over the bagginess. I just have to because it's in style, and I'm too old to like it, I guess. And my generation wore baggy clothes, so I can't complain too much. You know,
see, it's more about the person wearing the clothes and not the clothes wearing the person, right? So
yeah,
it's they're just showing off the clothes. So I think that's why everything's so baggy, right?
Kind of hollow, yeah, exactly. The only I do like this outfit actually. If I really had to be honest, I would have maybe swapped out the black jacket with like a blazer instead because he's got the dress shirt on, he's got dress shoes, dress pants. Why the casual jacket? We got a jacket with a hood on. Like he could have just thrown like a casual blazer on.
Yeah,
you know, I could have seen that be a little bit cooler. And then the button all the way at the top, you know, looks like he's choking himself with that.
Yeah, it looks a little uncomfortable from the waist up, but the waist down, he looks very comfortable.
Yeah.
Very
not a bad
comfortable
fit.
Look.
Not a bad fit.
Yeah.
You know, not too many colors. Everything's coordinated together except for the jacket, which whatever, I can get over it. It kind of looks like a blazer. So not bad. Not bad. I give this is the best fit I've seen so far today. We'll put it that way. Best one I've seen so far.
Okay. Well, now we got a 2-for-1 here.
Oh man.
With the guys from the Suns.
Yeah, I think everyone's just trying to look like they're in music now or something. Like
it seems like they're trying to be in music videos.
Yeah,
is what it looks like.
That's what I'm getting.
It looks like they want to be rappers, but they're not very good rappers, so they have to do other outlandish things.
I mean, you even got Dylan Brooks posing like a rapper or something,
some sort of rock star.
Yeah, he's clearly like trying to soak in the vibe from the outfit, and honestly, I don't mind Dylan Brooks's outfit as much. Like, those are good fitting jeans or pants, I guess you want to call them, with good shoes, and then a nice dark colored jacket. It looks like it's got a black trim on it.
Yeah.
Like,
He
not a
doesn't
bad
look-
fit.
he
Like,
doesn't look
that's a
too
pretty
bad.
put together outfit.
But
It doesn't look ridiculous.
Let's talk about the other one in the picture.
Yeah,
though.
now that is worth the discussion. Yeah. Again, kind of from a fashion perspective, it's working. I'd say
from afar,
the
it looks
physical
okay.
clothing choices could be different, but like the overall idea and the way it looks as a complete picture, not bad. I don't hate it. I think it's just kind of goofy that they're posing the way they are.
Yeah, well, they look like two members of Boys to Men, and that the second one might be okay for me, but then it's got the like triple button kind of action, so it looks like you're wearing two pairs of jeans.
Oh yeah, the button fly.
I'm like, what's going on there? Why does that need to be a thing? Yeah, so I'm just I don't know. It's not my favorite look. It's not my favorite look there. So I don't know. But those are our looks for the week.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
Pretty standard this week.
Well, we're gonna have to start bringing our own fits to the table because we got some good ones.
Yeah, we know what. In the comments, let us know. We're thinking about putting our own fits on the show every week, just so you guys can see them. And maybe when we do some more coverage, we'll also put those pictures up.
Yeah. I mean, heck, we do a live show here, so you guys will be able to roast us in real time, and we could get your feedback. I mean, that's the best way to do it. If you have some negative thoughts about how we're dressing, or positive ones,
we'll take.
We
both.
like the positive ones.
We'll take both.
We know how the internet works with all that.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, but overall, I don't know. I'd have to say Şengün won this week. That was a good fit for me, and then a close second with Dylan Brooks. I'd probably actually maybe pick Dylan Brooks's outfit over Şengün's just because it fit better and the color scheme was more concise. Like he stuck to darks and like it just was a more consistent fit. He was just posing like a goofball.
That's fair.
And that kind of took away from it. Like if he was just strutting in like the other guys were, where he's focused and everything, I probably would have liked that one the most. So honestly, flip him. Şengün number 2, Dylan Brooks taking number 1, Jordan Clarkson a close third. I liked his fit, not terrible. But too Janko Jeanish, and then we'll have to put that last one there.
I'm gonna go Şengün, and then I'm gonna go Jordan Clarkson because
Clarkson.
I like the fit. I like the chrome
shirt.
hearts top. I liked it. I like what I saw. I'm not gonna hate on him. I'm gonna give him my second, and then Dylan can beat my third.
Yeah. So next week we'll start featuring our own fits on the show, and then we'll try and get some of our other Nuggets Beats members, Gianna and Mark. We'll try and get some of their game day fits on the show as well and do some live ratings. Maybe even have Gianna or Mark on the show here upcoming here soon.
Yeah, look for Gorilla
after the holidays.
soon here. Yeah.
Gorilla crossovers. Yeah, but we'll bring you guys our court reporters and get them in here. And so you get a bit more of the behind the scenes, what they go through on game day, and just a little bit more about them. So be looking out for that.
Absolutely.
That's all the time.
Special shout out to Ty. Special shout out to Ty for coming on. We appreciate it. We can't wait to have you back on, man. That was great.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you again, Ty, so much for coming on the show. Denver fans really appreciated that. Loved having your insight. I know a bunch of fans out here in Denver still really appreciate your contribution to the team, and we loved having you on. So,
and send in some questions, guys. Send in some questions for the next time we got Ty on. Send in your questions for Ty Lawson, and we'll get them over to him.
Yep. We'll ask him next time. But that is all the time we have for the court report today. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week.